I'm 30 years old. I have no friends, and why I choose to never have any again. This is based off life experiences, people who's been in and out of my life, how people act today, and the differences of how friendships was back then up until now. Growing up, we all had experienced in middle school, elementary school, high school. We always had those few friends or that one friend or people who were just around you, people who chilled with you, always hanged out after school, go to the arcade, play Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, go over your friend's house. They come over to your house to eat, play video games, etc. Right now, these days, it's not like that no more. It's not. Many people today are closed off the older they get, and I could understand why. They probably went through traumatic experiences, bad breakups, bad friendships, you name it, right? And that made them think that, you know what, I'd rather just keep to myself. And now, being 30 years old and in the workplace, right? I'm just going to work just to do my job. I'm not there to make no friends with nobody, okay? But the type of people that I really dislike and leave a bad taste on my mouth is those who thinks that you need them or you got to kiss their behind or kiss their butt, and you have to respect them and show them respect. Those are the type of people that irks my core. They're one of the reasons why I choose to not have no friends, and I do not believe in being loyal to nobody. Nobody should be loyal to no one. The only one who you should truly be loyal to is God. I could be loyal to God's word and Jesus, of course, but man, anybody, nah. Unless it depends on the loyalty, though. Okay, there's a level. To be honest with you, I'll drop everything just for God. Even if Jesus was to come back, I'll drop everything. I'll drop what I'm doing because that's how important they are. Okay. Now, where I'm going with this is that I'm 30 years old. I'm getting older. I want to live a stress-free life. When I go to work, there's always going to be those few bunches who doesn't like you, the drama, they're trying to stir up a fight. Everywhere you go, there's always going to be someone that's trying to bump heads with you or just don't like you. I'm dealing with it right now at my current job, working as a janitor, which is something I'm gonna also make a separate video on in the future. Okay, but having friends, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of commitment. You got to worry about them not liking certain beliefs as you. There's always debates. The drama. Come to my house. You go to their house. Meet their family. They meet your family. Your family may not like them, and it's just a mess. As you get older, you don't have time for that. You really don't. You don't have the time. You don't have the time to invest in someone else, especially in many cases that person is not investing back in you. And I have no problem with that. Don't expect the friends that you got to always depend on them, especially for many cases and most instances, to depend on them to the point where you need them in your life. The only ones that we really need to get us out of trouble is God. I don't believe in having a loyal or close friend like that anymore. I don't. My views on this world and how things are changing changed. And I feel like it'll be the same thing for everyone else as they get older. A lot of friendships today are fake and they're brought up into a fake relationship. It can involve money, bribing, one person using the other person. I'm good. I'm not all for it. I'm not. I'm truly done. Friendships. Oh, he's a close friend. Nah, I'm good. I'd rather have coworkers or acquaintances, and that's it. Because if you guys go your separate ways, there's no hurt. There's no loss. There's no loss. I don't believe in having any friends. I'd rather just talk to the people that I talk to casually, see you at work, someone at a grocery store, and then go my separate way, and that's it. I don't gotta worry about calling you. I don't gotta worry about apologizing to you for anything. Or if I offended you about something, I don't got the time for people's different views or arguments. I don't got time for that. It's bad enough when you have debates with people on YouTube. They disagree with a comment or a video of yours, right? They want to debate you or have an argument. Imagine if that was your friend. Imagine. I'm to the point in my life where I just want to chill, keep to myself, and I don't want nobody bothering me like that. Unless if it comes down to my wife, my children, family who are still in my life and who I'm close to, and who I actually have a good relationship with. Yes, it's nice to communicate with others. It's nice to hang out, have a couple of buddies to hang out with, right? But those days for me are over. And am I fine with that? Of course. I'm happy. I'm more at peace. I'm more happier being to myself. I could talk to my wife. I have kids. Even if I was single and alone, I would not let the devil come into my life to put other thoughts into my mind otherwise, to change my views and try to think, oh, what was me, nobody loves me, nobody wants me. Now you have to also learn to first love yourself first before you can even take the time to love anyone else. Okay, you have to first learn to respect yourself. I'd rather be to myself and have no friends than to be in a crappy friendship where the person is just sucking me dry, and the only thing I'm getting in return is their time for about a few minutes. What kind of friendship is that? That's not no friendship. That's not no friendship. It's not. My last friend that I had, we had our differences, and that's another thing. You should not be friends with people who has many different views from you, because in many cases you're gonna run into an argument with them. He may go with you to a store one day and he's like, "Hey, I like pineapples," and you say, "No, you like strawberries," and he could get offended and triggered by that and be like, "Why you don't? Why you just like that fruit? Is that the only fruit you eat? Why you don't eat this fruit? This fruit's not bad, or this fruit isn't bad, or you should get this game." I don't have the time for that. Yes, it's nice to be open minded, but to the right things. If it's also something that you feel uncomfortable with doing, that's not a friend, because there are also forced friendships where people are forcing you to even hang out with them and be around them. That's also not a friend. I already dealt with a coworker in the past that was exactly like that, and he called me his friend when I never seen him as a friend. And many times we never hung out because of his elitist attitude. He had a fit whenever someone didn't want to hang out with him, and that was the exact reason why. He was not a humble person. It's just a lot better. I feel more at peace. Just able to breathe. I don't gotta call nobody. The only one who I mainly contact after work is my wife. We go on about our business. My wife don't even have friends like that. She only has one good friend, and that's about it. And her friend's a lot older than her. So what does that tell you? A lot of older people in this generation could even feel the exact same way I do. It is rare to even have a close friend or a good friend, okay, where you could actually share a lot of views with. It's just like a relationship but on a different level. It's a friendship for a reason. Friends, respect. There's a level. There's a bracket for them. Being 30 years old, having no friends, I'm good. Like I said, my last friendship, it was just drama. He went his own separate way. I brought this up in one of my last videos. It was something that I said that was the truth. It was about a girl that he was dating, and he asked many other guys that he's friends with, "Hey, this girl stopped talking to me that I was messing with," and they all told him Why do you care? Why do you care if a girl just ghosted you or stood you up? So it's like he wanted someone to tell him what he wanted to hear. He thought I was going to be the one to do that. And being the fact that he thought I was like his closest friend, I distanced myself because of how toxic I seen, for how toxic I seen for how he was. Because there are instances where the friends that you knew for long, you think you know them until their true colors come out too. You could always give people a pass where, oh, they're making mistakes, blah, blah, blah. As you get older, you know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're saying too. Yes, the spiritual world and the spiritual warfare, things like that exist. Yes, they do. You may regret something you might say, but if you keep doing it, why am I friends with you? My last friend stopped talking to me because I gave him an answer that he didn't want to hear. And the fact that we always went through disagreements and arguments, my wife even pointed that out. What kind of friendship is that? What was our friendship built on? Our friendship was originally built on the same interests: anime, uh, manga, art, video games. Yeah. And I got to know him more. But it's as time went by, being the fact that he allowed the environment to change him, I moved my separate way, got married, right? That's when our friendship deteriorated. He was single, I wasn't. I mean, that was the exact same time where our friendship even lasted. That was about a year or two ago since he cut contact with me because the last message I sent him, I don't even remember, but I realized if someone wants to be letting go of, leave them alone. There are many friendships that are not meant to be because you should not also entertain bad company, because bad company and bad energy and and a person with an evil sinful spirit, they could also corrupt good manners. They could influence you into doing wrong as well. Exactly what I'm saying. I don't got the time to figure another person out. The only true relationship that I need is with my wife, kids. I got my mom, my dad, my sisters, and God and Jesus. That's about it. Am I happy with this? Of course. Am I ashamed of it? No, I'm not. I'm able to get a lot more done with my time. When I go home, I say hi to my wife, my kids, go on about my business, pray, thank God for even me being here to see another day. I go to work, I don't have the time to, hey, let's hang out, let's get together. Nope. Because even with friendships too, they could get you caught up in drama. The person probably secretly hates you, or they're just pretending to be your friend. They're jealous of you. There's always someone trying to backstab you. There's a secret motive, especially friendship of the opposite sex. Nope. I don't even condone it. This is coming from a married man. I don't agree with it at all. It is drama. And I'm going to admit that for myself. It is drama. Don't do it. Okay? Do not do it. You're married. Stick to the person that you're with. My wife is my only best friend. My wife is my partner. And I wouldn't even compare her to that because she has the title wife. Not friend, but a wife. And that's just an example, okay? Like I said, 30 years old, have no friends. I'm happy about that, man. Stress free. I don't got to worry about what the other person is doing. Why they're not texting me. Why they're not calling me when we're going to hang out. Drama. Did they talk about me? Do they like me? Did their parents like? I don't got the time for that. I really don't. I'm to a point where in my life where it's like, even if I was 40 years old right now, and I still didn't have any friends outside of my home, I would be okay. I enjoy hanging out with myself, being to myself, and having peace in my own atmosphere, my own bubble. I don't have to worry about someone else's drama, because that person's drama also becomes your drama too. Their stress also becomes your stress as well. Then especially if they have money issues, they need you to crash at their place, and then you don't want to feel bad. It's not trying to be rude or disrespectful in that type of way, but whatever problem someone is going on with, or whatever problems that they have, or even if you have your own problems and you're listening to this video, I pray that God be with you. Other than that, I need my sanity. Having friends at 30 years old is not for me. I'm not going to seek out and be desperate for a friendship that might not even last, because people, in the end of the day, will come in and out of your life to teach you a lesson so that they learn from you and you could also learn something from them too about yourself. If some of the problems on why your relationships or your friendships ended on a bad note, if it was because of them or if it was because of you, or if it was both ways. That's how I look at it. Other than that, having no friends, I'm content where I'm at. I'm good. I don't gotta worry about picking up nobody else, hanging out with nobody else, spending my money on anyone else, wasting my time drinking, smoking, because this is where a lot of people in this world is headed today. People don't want to hear the truth. They want to do what they want. I don't got the time for that. I don't got the time to figure people out. I'm content and I'm happy where I'm at. And if I was to even get older one day, like 60, 70, 80 years old, I'll be just fine playing my video games, watching my favorite shows, some anime, just traveling alone, being with myself, being to myself, speaking with my family. That's all right, and that's fine with me. I'm never, ever having friends ever again. And the furthest it'll ever go is acquaintance or someone I just work with, and that's it. That's as far as it's going to go. This is my decision. This is my choice. Do I also encourage it for clarity? Yes, I do. You do not need to entertain bad company just for the sake of not wanting to be alone. Then you know you're in a toxic friendship. And been there before, don't recommend it. I'd rather stay away from it. It's not worth it. I'm content where I'm at, and I encourage people to also self-reflect, take the time to love yourself more first, and put God first in your life, because I feel like that's one of the main issues of today. A lot of people are seeking loyalty from others when they should seek and realize that the loyalty that we already have is from God as well, because God put us here for a reason, to teach each other, learn from each other, especially from Him. I'll put Him first. You don't need friends. Friends is a want, not a need. We don't need friends to survive. We need God to survive. And physically, of course, speaking, food, water, etc., that's common sense, right? But the life after this, friendship is not going to matter. Friends is not going to take you to the grave. They're not going to be with you in the grave. Sorry. They're not going to be there by you when you're dying. Okay? In many cases. For rare cases, yes, I get it. Depending on the friendship, right? Other than that, in my view, I'm good where I'm at. Too many funny, strange acting people. People don't like you for no reason. There's always someone trying to backstab you. I'm good. I don't want to stress about it. Acquaintances and coworkers only. I'm gonna keep it like that. Casual talk here. Peace out. God bless. Let me know what you think.